And ladies and gentlemen, proceeding to our next agenda, it is my honor to welcome our next speaker for the opening keynote. Please join me in welcoming the Deputy for Coordinations of Management and Development of State-Owned Enterprises, Coordinating Ministry for Economic Affairs, Republic of Indonesia. Please welcome Dr. Ferry Irawan, SA, MSA. Stage is yours.
Good morning, peace be upon of all, us all, distinguished guests, Mr. Mithun Sethi, co-founder Trescon, Mr. Dedi Wibowo, Deputy Director for Digital Business and Data Center of National Committee for Islamic, Economic and Finance, namanya panjang nih Pak Dedi. Mr. Ilham Akbar Habibi, Chief Executive Wantiknas, Mr. Cahyo Purnomo, Director of Investment Promotion for East Asia, South Asia, Middle East and Africa, Ministry of Investment and Downstream Industry or BKPM, Mr. Dandi Yuda Feriawan, Director for New Digital Technology, Minister of Creative Economy, Mr. Arif Ilham Adnan, Co-Chairman Kadin Jakarta and Abdi, distinguished panelists, leaders and executive from financial institution, investor, business leaders, and the member of diplomatic community, a colleague from the media. Thank you for the warm welcome. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Trescon for bringing together policymakers, regulators, financial institutions, investors, and technology leaders at this inaugural Finance 2045 conference. As Indonesia advances toward Golden Indonesia 2045, strengthening our financial sectors and mobilizing quality investment will be essential to sustaining high, inclusive, and resilient economic growth. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia's economy grew by 5.6% year-on-year in first quarter 2026. This number outperforming most G20 economies. This strong performance was driven by solid government spending, resilient household consumption, and sustained investment activity, reflecting Indonesia's continued economic resilience amid global uncertainty. Indonesia macroeconomic fundamental remain strong and resilient. Beside that growth number, our inflation is contained at 3.3%, is still within our government target. Foreign exchange reserves stand at 144.9 billion US dollars. The 2026 trade surplus until May has reached the 4 billion US dollar. Investment realization total around 500 trillion IDR, while bank credit grew around 11% with the low NPL ratio of 2.14%. Earlier this year, the Rupiah and the Jakarta Composite Index come under pressure and amid global uncertainty and market volatility. In response, the government, together with Bank Indonesia, Financial Services Authority, implemented a coordinated policy mix through BI rate adjustment, foreign exchange market intervention, and capital market reform, helping restore market confidence and stabilize financial condition. These efforts were further recognized by MSCI with reaffirmed Indonesia emerging market status in its 2026 market classification review. To support the government's economic growth target of around 5.4% in 2026 and 5.8 until 6.5% in 2027, Indonesia is implementing a comprehensive strategy focused on strengthening agriculture, manufacturing, the digital economy, clean energy, and investment. Key priorities include accelerating industrial downstreaming, improving the investment climate, expanding market access through international economic partnership, and enhancing productivity through human capital development and strategic reform to foster sustainable and inclusive long-term growth. Maintaining strong economic growth requires not only sound policies, but also effective execution. To accelerate implementation, the government established the Task Force for Accelerating Government Program, chaired by the Coordinating Minister of Economic Affairs. The task force serves as a strategic coordination platform to remove regulatory bottleneck, accelerate priority program, improve budget execution, and deliver quick wins that strengthen the investment climate and support higher economic growth. At the same time, we continue improving the ease of doing business through the same task force. This platform enable foster resolution of cross-sector issues related to licensing, taxation, custom, logistic, and land acquisition, and strategic investment project. Our objective is simple: to provide greater certainty, reduce business costs, and create a more competitive investment environment. In the first quarter of 2026, the investment reached around 500 trillion IDR, up 7.2% growth year-on-year, absorbing over around 700,000 workers. More than half was realized outside Java. Downstream investment grew 8.2%. Global hyperscale continue committing multi-billion-dollar project, anchoring Indonesia as a regional data center hub. Indonesia downstreaming agenda continue to accelerate with 27 strategic projects launched in 2026 across mineral, energy, agriculture, food processing, and industrial sectors. These projects are expected to strengthen domestic value-added creation, enhance energy and food security, reduce import dependence, and support long-term investment and job creation by creating over around 600,000 jobs. Our special economic zone continue to demonstrate strong investment performance. As May 2026, cumulative investment has reached around 353.3 trillion rupiah, creating more than 266,000 jobs and supporting 471 business entities across Indonesia. This achievement reaffirms investor confidence in Indonesian industrial transformation and position our SEZ as key engine for downstream industries, advanced manufacturing, logistics, tourism, and the digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, another key priority under our financial sector deepening agenda is the development of Indonesian bullion ecosystem, a strategic initiative mandated by the President. Since its national launch in February 2025, the ecosystem has accumulated 153 tons of gold, laying the foundation for the more integrated and competitive precious metal market. We also see significant opportunities to strengthen cooperation with the United Arab Emirates, particularly Dubai as one of the world's leading bullion and gold trading hub. In 2025, Indonesian export of jewelry to the Uni Emirat Arab reached $1.02 billion, or growing around 54% year-on-year, demonstrating the strong potential to further expand bilateral gold and jewelry trade as a part of our shared ambition to strengthen the gold bullion value chains. Beyond gold and jewelry, Indonesia is also expanding export of strategic products such as palm oil, which reached $422 million in 2025, alongside with motor vehicle, steel, and electronics, reflecting the growing depth and diversification of our economic partnership with the Uni Emirat Arab. Indonesia and the UAE continue to strengthen strategic economic partnership through expanding trade, growing investment, and deeper energy cooperation, supported by Indonesia-Uni Emirat Arab Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or CEPA. Our collaboration has expanded through investment in strategic sectors and flagship projects such as Cirata floating solar power plant, reinforcing our shared commitment to sustainable growth, energy transition, and long-term economic resilience. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, achieving Indonesia's vision of becoming a leading emerging economy by 2045 require sound macroeconomic fundamental, resilient financial sectors, and close collaboration among policymaker, regulator, financial institution, and broader business community. I trust the Finance 2045 will strengthen this shared commitment moving forward. Thank you. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.